up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to create a little fun, colorful, like cotton candy sort of color washy sort of a look with the Sugarpill Endless Summer Collection. I don't have the whole collection here. I had just purchased a few of the items. I have the set of 4 new pressed eyeshadows. I have one of the lip glosses and I bought one of the loose shadows. We're gonna use all of these right here on this head of mine today. As usual, I will leave links to everything that I am wearing on my face in the description below. I will also timestamp to all the individual products if there's one specific thing you would like to see. I will also leave the information for the book club in the description down below, so if you need to catch up, you can get all the information you need right there. I keep feeling like if I flip my hair, it's gonna go into this candle and go on fire. And you know, quite frankly, that would probably go crazy viral for all of the wrong reasons. If you're new around here and maybe you've watched a few videos and you just haven't made that commitment to hanging out with me here on this channel just yet, then I would like to encourage you to do so, because one day I might set my hair on fire, and do you not want to be the first round of people to see that? Because I know I would. Also, I would just love to have you around, and I think you'll enjoy it, and I think it'll be a good time for everybody, even if I don't light my hair on fire. If you don't mind taking a second to do it, it would be incredibly, tremendously, wonderfully, deliciously, delightfully, I've said deliciously so much in this video, let me stop it, but it would just be really helpful to me if you would leave a like on this video. I would appreciate it, and you know, I hope you would oblige. All right, I think that's it. I think that's all the important stuff that we got to get out of the way before we get into the fun part and start playing with the makeup. So let's just start with the pressed shadows first. What I picked up from this collection are the 4 new Pro Pans. Somewhere in my makeup collection, I don't know where it is right now because it's not something that I use all the time because it's really old. I have a whole palette filled with the Sugarpill Pro Pans from back in the day when I first started doing makeup. That was like my go-to colorful palette, but they're probably like so old now that they're like dry. You know what I mean? You know when something's so old that even the powder gets dry? I was thinking about digging it out to use it with these today just for old time's sake, but it's so old that I don't think that that's a good idea. I also picked up one of the new loose eyeshadows. This is the color Polar, which is funny to have a polar eyeshadow in the Endless Summer Collection now that I'm thinking about it. And a new shade of Glass Candy Gloss. This is the color Bloom, and I have to say that this looks beautiful. I'm gonna start by using the pressed eyeshadows, and then we'll move into the other stuff too. To start the look, I'm gonna pick up the shade Tokyo, which is this matte pink. I like that this is like a rosy pink. It's a little bit different than the other neon pinks we've been seeing a lot lately. I'm gonna put that through, for now, the outer half of the crease and up toward the brow. I might bring it to the inside half too, but I haven't decided what I want to do yet, so I'm just taking it little by little. And with a clean blending brush, I'm just gonna blend the edge of that out. I'm gonna pick up this MAC 217 brush, and I think I'm gonna do the inner half of like the crease and up type of an area with this purple shade called Velouria. For the lid area, I'm gonna pick up the shade Hypnotic, which is this beautiful matte kind of cotton candy blue. Taking that on a MAC 217S brush, I'm gonna bring that across the lid. This color shouldn't be too hard to blend with the other 2 shades. I kind of want to keep the whole thing kind of like cloudy and dreamy and not too structured, at least for this part of it. Blend it all together. I'm just gonna pick a little bit more of the purple shade up on my other MAC 217 brush and just softly bring that through the crease. Going back into a little bit more of Tokyo and building that back up again because I feel like we lost a little bit of it in translation. I'm gonna take my BH number 5 brush with a little bit more of Velouria on it and just put that through the crease area so it's more concentrated. And on that same brush, I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of Tokyo. And on the top area, I'm just gonna take that brush that doesn't have anything on it and just blend very carefully right along the edge of everything again, just to make sure it's nice and soft up there. So far we've got kind of this weird watercolory wash of colors going on the lids, and I think I like it, but I do think that I'm noticing that the pink, for some reason, wants to blend away a lot. Like I keep losing the pink in the look and having to go back in and add some more. Part of me really wants to keep this just the blues and the pinks and the purples, like a real cotton candy color kind of a situation, but I also want to use everything that I picked up from this launch. So I am going to pick up the color Arsenic, which is this bright kind of acid green. And then a pencil brush, I'm going to start sweeping that underneath my lower lash line. That's definitely a little bit of a softer color than I was expecting it to be from the pan, but that's okay. It actually kind of works with everything else. I want to keep like the light, airy brightness of this going, so I'm going to do the waterline with the Tarte Fake Awake pencil. This is just a plain old nude eye pencil. Anyone that you like will do. This one does wear specifically very well, I've noticed though. And finally, I'm going to go into the shade Polar. This is the loose shadow. It looks like this. It is very, very rich blue. It looks so nice in this jar. I'm going to take a clean pencil brush and I'm just going to pick up actually what's in the cap. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight. Now, granted, this is a darker shade than the shades on the lid, but because it's so reflective, I think it'll still look cool. Wow! That's intense. So blend the edge of that with a clean pencil brush without any more product on it because that's so much. Just blending that over onto the lid a little bit so that it doesn't look too separated from the matte blue. I'm so impressed with that loose pigment. All right, I popped on House of Lashes Iconic Light Lashes. I gotta be honest with you, I cannot decide if I absolutely love this eye look or absolutely hate it. There's no in between. Those are the only two options. Also, as I was sitting here minding my own business, gluing my lashes on, I got a message from my own sister telling me that my nail color looks quote unquote just like a poopy. You know what? It's always the ones closest to you who hurt you the worst. So now to finish off this look, we need to try the gloss that I purchased. This is the color Bloom, and it looks like that. Real stunning in the container. Pretty excited to put it on my mouth. This looks like the kind of gloss that I'm probably going to want to wear over like a dusty pink shade on my mouth, on my lips. But for the sake of showing you guys what it looks like on its own, I'm just gonna put it on for now just by itself. And this is the finished look. Okay, so now that we're done, it's time to talk about what I think of the products as a whole. The pressed eyeshadows, I don't know. I feel like they have a ton of pigment and they weren't like super patchy or anything, but I definitely felt like I was blending it away a little bit too easily. Like I had to keep going back in and building it up. However, that being said, I really like this assortment of colors. I really like the tone of Tokyo. I think it's a beautiful dusty pink shade. I do like them a lot and I enjoy the way they kind of blended together like so softly without getting really muddy. I did appreciate that. I think that what I'm trying to say is that these are just not the most beginner friendly shadows or like the most friendly shadows for somebody who's looking for like a pop it on and go kind of a look. I felt like I had to really work for it with them. Not quite so much as I have in the past with things I've given a very negative review to, such as the Tarte Icy Bitch palette. Like that, I had to work for it, meaning like I had to take my eye makeup off 3 different times and start over because it looked atrocious. This just took a little bit more time and patience. The loose eyeshadow in Polar, however, is ooh, delicious. My compliments to the chef. It's delightful, it's beautiful. I love this color, and such a tiny bit of these loose shadows goes such a long way. I literally only tapped into what was stuck in the cap and used it for both of my inner corners. Like that's how far a little dip of it goes. So if this is a color you think you'll use often, you will have it for a long time, my friend. Now, this is the first time I've ever used a Sugarpill gloss, and I have to say I'm really surprised at how it feels. I thought that it was gonna be very thick and glassy feeling, but it's very like almost balmy feeling on my lips. I was a little taken aback. I thought it was gonna be a thick bitch. It has a light hint of a creamsicle scent, which I like. Now, I will say that this is a beautiful shade. I don't think that I really would wear it with this eye. I feel like it's too much the same. It's a little bit on the nose for the situation that I've got going on here. In my opinion, personally, what I would do with this would be switch this to like a matte, warm-ish, maybe like a rosy tone nude lip to balance out the color on the eyes. That just would be a little bit more flattering in my opinion. I'm thinking, okay, hear me out. This lip with this through the crease and like a thick, fierce, matte black wing. Ooh, bitch, it will look so good. Overall, I would say this purchase was a pretty big success. I definitely will still use the shadows, even though I've had some small minor issues with them. If I had to recommend one thing out of this little assortment that I have here in front of me that I think is a must try, I would say the loose shadow. I think it is delectable. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, do you like the Sugarpill pressed shadow formula? Do you have a certain base you like to use them over? Is there like a little trick to making them easier? Please let me know if you have any information on that down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, what you think, and what your experiences are. Just anything. Just tell me about your day. I don't care. I just want to hear from you. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you don't mind taking a second to do that, because it is very helpful to me and I am very appreciative of it. And also, if you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe because I want you back. I want you to come back and hang out with me and talk about more makeup, and we're gonna do it again and again and again and again and again. And if even that is not enough and you want to keep up with me between videos, you want to see my lip art, you want to see my more creative makeup looks, anything along those lines, go follow me over on Instagram. I also do PR unboxing and stuff on my stories over there. I am at Miss Quinn Face, and I would love to have you be part of that little group and community as well. That's all for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and talking about this Sugarpill makeup collection. I had a good time and I hope you did too. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next one.